ChatGPT prediction war between Russia and Ukraine. The story begins with the 2014 Ukrainian Revolution, which saw the downfall of the pro-Russian government and the rise of a pro-Western government in Ukraine. This caused tensions between Ukraine and Russia to escalate, leading to the Russian annexation of Crimea and the ongoing conflict in eastern Ukraine. As the conflict between Ukraine and Russia intensified, NATO stepped in to show its support for Ukraine and to counter Russian aggression. NATO imposed economic sanctions on Russia, providing military and economic assistance to Ukraine, and strengthening its military presence in the region. The United States, a key member of NATO, also provided military and economic assistance to Ukraine and imposed sanctions on Russia. However, the situation was complicated by the involvement of China, which sought to maintain good relations with both Ukraine and Russia. Despite this, China expressed concern about the conflict and called for a peaceful resolution to the crisis. As the conflict between Ukraine and Russia continued to escalate, the world watched with bated breath as the use of nuclear weapons became a growing concern. The possession of nuclear weapons by several nations, including Russia and the United States, added a dangerous new dimension to the conflict, raising the specter of a devastating World War III. Despite these dangers, the nations of the world did not give up hope. Diplomatic efforts were intensified to find a peaceful resolution to the conflict, and the international community called for calm and restraint on all sides. Optimistic scenario: it was the determination of the people of Ukraine and Russia to find a peaceful solution to their conflict, coupled with the efforts of NATO, the United States, and China, that led to a historic agreement to end the conflict. The world breathed a sigh of relief as peace was restored to the region, and the risk of a devastating World War III receded. This story highlights the complexity of the current conflict between Ukraine and Russia and the importance of international cooperation and diplomacy in preventing a devastating war. It is a reminder that the people of the world must work together to ensure peace and stability, and to prevent the use of nuclear weapons. In the other scenario, World War III breaks out as a result of escalating tensions between multiple nations, including the United States, China, Russia, and NATO. Each nation has a significant arsenal of nuclear weapons, and as the conflict progresses, they begin to use them against each other. The war is devastating, and large cities around the world are reduced to rubble as a result of the nuclear strikes. The death toll is in the billions, and the effects of the nuclear fallout are felt for years to come. Entire countries are left uninhabitable, and the global economy collapses as a result of the destruction. Despite their initial advantage, the use of nuclear weapons by the United States and NATO ultimately proves to be their downfall. The combined military might of China and Russia proves to be too much for them to handle, and they are eventually forced to surrender. In the aftermath of the war, the few survivors are left to pick up the pieces and rebuild their lives. The world is left a vastly different and much poorer place, with the use of nuclear weapons having changed the course of human history forever. It is important to note that this scenario is purely fictional and should not be taken as a prediction or endorsement of the use of nuclear weapons. The use of nuclear weapons would have devastating consequences and should be avoided at all costs. The international community should continue to work towards promoting peace and resolving conflicts through diplomatic means, rather than resorting to violence and aggression. Thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe for future videos. Want to make video like this? https://pictory.a.i.ref equals G4Co35. Enter the code G4Co35 at checkout to get 20% off on your subscription.